Hello kids, good morning. How are you? Are you all fine? Okay, so how is your online class going? Is it interesting? Are you all studying your portions daily? Is it? But a very few of you are sending your Snapchat. Why? What's the reason? So hereafter don't forget to send, okay? Please send me your snapshots regularly, okay? Okay, so in our last class we studied about water related pros, tsunami, right? Okay, so today we shall see something related to sky, okay? So this water, land, sky, everything, where does it come? Under which subject? Geography, right? Oh, very good. Okay, so geography. Okay, so today we are going to see a poem. So the title of the poem is Geography Lesson. Okay, so the title of the poem that we are going to study today is Geography Lesson. Okay, so do you know who wrote this poem? Yeah, he is the one who wrote this poem. So his name is Zulfikar Ghosh. Okay, his name is Zulfikar Ghosh. So the author of the poem Geography Lesson is Zulfikar Ghosh. Okay, so this Zulfikar Ghosh was born on 13th March 1935. Okay, so his date of birth is 13th March 1935 and he was born in Sialkot, India. Okay, so he was born in the place Sialkot. Okay, remember it, keep it in your mind, Sialkot, India. And he is a Pakistani American poet. Okay, now you may have a doubt. You are saying that he was born in India and you are saying him as Pakistani American poet. Why? So you may have, right? So the reason is the Sialkot, when he was born, the Sialkot is in India. Okay, so in 1947 after the partition, so this place Sialkot comes under Pakistan. Okay, so this belongs to Pakistan after the partition. Okay, so the Sialkot in 1935 it is in India, but now it is in Pakistan. That's why Zulfikar Ghosh is called as the Pakistani American poet. Okay, so he's diasporic, that means traveling from one place to other. So he's Pakistani, but now he's living in America. Okay, that's why he is called as Pakistani American poet. Okay, clear? So in this poem what we are going to study is, it's regarding our poet's airplane experience. Okay, once he was traveling in airplane and through the window he sees something, and that's what he is described in this poem. Okay, so the background is the description of the poet on earth when he is traveling in the airplane. Okay, so through the window he sees outside and he is describing what he saw. Okay, so now let's see the key point of this. The first one is the physical features of earth from different heights from aeroplane. So what's said in this poem is the physical features of earth. Okay, so the qualities of the earth from different heights from aeroplane. So you all know while traveling in aeroplane, so first it's on ground and then later it goes higher, right? Higher and higher, right? So from different heights, it's moving on different, first maybe somewhat low and then it goes high, right? So it travel to certain heights, right? So this our poet, okay, so he is describing the physical features of earth from different heights. Okay, how he saw from the airplane, that's what he is describing. Okay, and then to know more about this poem consists of 3 parts. Okay, so these 3 parts are set according to the height the plane is flying. Okay, so first maybe to certain height. So the first part is regarding what he see on earth from let's say from certain height. Okay, and then the next part maybe again the plane maybe going again higher. So second part maybe what he saw from that height, and when it goes again higher, so what's there, that's described in third part. Okay, so the poem consists of 3 parts. Okay, so keep it in mind. Okay, now let's enter into the poem. Okay, so first I'll read the poem once. Read it along with me. Okay, so don't forget, all of you take your book, page number 34. Okay, take your book, page number 34, and read with me. Okay, read along with me. So I shall read now. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. Again, I am reading the first part. Listen to me carefully. Read along with me, okay? So, when the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. So the second part, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Again, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. And now to third part. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. Again, when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across the cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. So these are the three parts, and now let's move on to the explanation. Okay, so by part we can see the explanation. When the jet sprang into the sky, so when the jet sprang means to fly up. Okay, so when the jet flew up into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. So it was very clear for the poet. Okay, so he's seeing through the window and it's very clear for him why the city has developed so much. Okay, so when the jet flew up, now it's clear for the poet why the city has developed. Okay, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability. So inevitability means that cannot be avoided. Okay, so a situation that cannot be avoided. So from the window, the poet is seeing the ground and the land part. 1 mile is equal to 6 inches for him. Okay, it's very small. Okay, so from the height when we are seeing, it seems very small, right? Likewise, the 1 mile is seeing just like 6 inches for this poet. So he is saying there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, okay, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. That is, from looking from the high area, it seems very unavoidable about what is on ground that looked haphazard. So haphazard means without order. Okay, so everything is without order. Okay, so everything will be on different size, so there doesn't look any order. Okay, so like it's he's saying that when seeing from that height, it is unavoidable about this ground and it looks haphazard, that is without order, unplanned and without style. So it is unplanned and there is no particular style. Okay, he is saying everything look haphazard, right? That is random. Okay, So now he know from the top, okay, from that height, now he can know why it looks so unplanned, without style, and how why it is in haphazard. Haphazard means without order, okay. So now shall we move to the next part? Yes, so this is the second part, okay. So in the previous part we saw what he saw from a certain height, okay, so maybe from 1 mile, okay. And now the next part I'll read. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, note it, 10,000 feet. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities, where the rivers ran, and why the valleys were populated. Now he says, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, now the jet is at the height of 10,000 feet, okay. So it is flying at the height of 10,000 feet, and now it was clear why the country had cities. Now the poet can see the countries, okay. So in the first part he can see the cities, and now he can see the country with many cities, okay. So the cities where it is located is where the rivers ran. So the cities are near the place where the rivers are running, okay. So where there is water, so we all need such place, right, where there is water. So likewise the cities are located in the place where the rivers ran, and why the valleys were populated. So now he came to know why the valleys are populated. So what is meant by valleys? The valleys means depression between hills and mountains, okay. So that means maybe between the two mountains, okay. So from there the water flows through those valleys, okay. So only through these valleys this water flows, and the cities are located in that valley area, okay. Only then they can get water, and only in that place the land will be fertile, right. That's why all cities are located in that area, okay. So the logic of geography. So what's geography? You all know it's a subject, right. You may have a subject named geography, right. So the logic of the geography is that land and water attracted man. So everyone love to stay in a place where there is water. As of course we all live in land, but we need water, right. So we are attracted towards that water area, right. So the logic of geography is men was attracted to land and water. Yeah, that's right, huh? So man means here what they describe is not only man, the people, okay. So the humans, okay, the humans are attracted to the land and water. Everyone is attracted to land and water, okay. So was clearly delineated. So delineated meaning shown, okay. So it's clearly shown, as said in the logic of like the logic of geography. Now this poet is saying that it's clearly shown why the persons are attracted towards such places, and maybe what say on the river area, okay, why they are very much attracted to the river area where there is water. So when the jet reached 10,000 feet, again he is saying the first line, okay. So in this para he is saying that when the jet reached 10,000 feet, he can clearly see the country, okay. So the country with so many cities, and particularly he sees that the cities are located near the river area, and the valleys area are populated, okay. So and then he is saying the logic of geography. What's the logic of geography? Is that land and water attracted man, okay. So this is the logic of geography. Likewise it's same, okay. So he says that it's same, and all humans are attracted towards the land and water, right. And it was clearly delineated. He's saying that it's clearly shown when seeing from the 10,000 feet. It's clear to me that men are attracted towards land and water, okay. So this is what's said in second paragraph. And now let's move to the third paragraph. Yeah, it's here. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. So in the previous part we saw the jet is at the height of 10,000, right. So now he is saying the jet rose at the height of 6 miles, okay. Now it is above 6 miles, okay. So from that he is saying it was clear the earth was round, okay. Now he can see clearly the earth was round. You might have studied in geography, right. The earth is in round shape, right. So now this point is also clear that earth was round and that it had more, and now it's clear that there is more sea than land from the top, okay. From that height he can see only the sea, okay, more sea than land. Okay, so land is only in few places, but everywhere he can see water. So you have to make it clear in the first part when we study, when the jet is flying nearly 1 mile, I think so, like was not particularly given, but to a certain height he can see the city. And in the second part, when the jet flew 10,000 feet, he saw the country, right? And now when the jet is flying in the height of 6 miles, now it's clear for him what earth, okay, the clear earth is. He can see the whole earth, okay, from 6 miles high, and he can see more sea than land. Okay, everywhere there is sea, and only in a few places we can see the land. Okay, but it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across the cities, and to kill. Now he had a doubt and a big question. Okay, so till then he is saying that from this much height it's clear for me, and from this much height this is clear, and again in this particular height again this is clear, right? He is saying particularly what is clear. And now from this height he is thinking, okay, it's very difficult to him to understand why the men on the earth, that is human, okay, the men, why the humans on the earth found causes to hate each other. Why? What's the reason? Why do they hate each other? Okay, now he has a very great doubt. Why peoples they are hating each other, and why they build walls, okay, why they are guarding themselves from others. Why? What's the reason? Why they build walls across the cities and to kill. So every country they have their boundary, right? So he's asking why there is boundary everywhere, why they are building walls everywhere, why, what's the reason, why there is no peace among men, and why they hate each other. This is a very big question he is asking. And from that height it was not clear why. He is saying from that 6 miles high he is thinking from that height it's not clear for him. Everything is clear, even the earth fully he can see, it's clear for him, but the only thing which he is not clear in that particular height is he doesn't know what's the reason why man hate each other. So this is the thing which he is not at all clear of. Okay, so here walls doesn't means not only the boundaries in our countries or in our homes or whatever maybe, is not only symbolizes that. The wall symbolizes the heart of the people. Okay, so our thinking. Okay, so you may all have a different feeling, right? You all say your thing, and you doesn't want to give it to other. You all have a boundary in your heart. Okay, so this is my family, so this is my peoples, this is my friends, and this does not belong to others. Likewise, you all have a boundary in your heart itself. So he is saying that not only the boundaries in the country or the walls in the country, the wall which is in the heart of the peoples. Okay, he is describing that. Okay, so hope you understand. So if you have any doubt, you just see the video once more. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can call me at any time. Okay, so now let's see some of the this is how the earth look when it is from 6 miles high. Okay, so this is how the earth looks. Okay, and now let's see something. The form of the poem. Okay, so how it's 3 stanzas, 8 lines each. So there are 3 stanzas, already I have told you, so you have seen in the book. So there are 3 stanzas, and each stanza there are 8 lines. Okay, don't forget there are 8 lines in each stanzas. And the next one we can see is repetition. So repetition means in which the word or a phrase which is used again to emphasize or stress. Okay, so to emphasize or stress any thought or idea the poet wants to express. Okay, so in that kind there may be repetition of any words or a sentence or a line. Okay, so here also in this poem you can see the first and 8 lines of the first 2 stanzas. Okay, in the first 2 stanzas, wait, I'll show you the stanzas. So you can see here in the first stanza, right? So in the first stanza, just wait, I'll show you. So you can see here this line, the first line, when the jet sprang into the sky. Did you see? And now it is repeated again in the last line, when the jet sprang into. So you can see, right, in the first line and the last line it is repeated once again. And this is second stanza, and here also you can see, right, when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Here also in the 8th line you can see when the jet reached 10,000 feet, right? So you can see the first two stanzas, the first line and the 8th line is repeated twice, okay? So 2 times it is repeated. So this is repetition, okay? And then symbolism. So symbolism we have already seen, right? Wall, I have told, right? So wall doesn't means only the boundary in the countries, but also the wall or boundaries that we have in our hearts, okay? What we feel about others, how we safeguard us, and how we differentiate from others, okay? This is what he's saying. And now let's see few other poetical devices. So this is the first stanza, and we are going to see the rhyme scheme, okay? Rhyme scheme means, you know, right? Do you know what's the rhyme scheme? Yes, the rhyme scheme is a pattern of words that occur at the end of each line, okay? So the pattern that is occurring at the end of each line. So we can see here. Yeah, we can see. So the sky. Here also in the last line we can see sky. So let us mark it as A, okay? So this is A, and here also it is A. And then city and avoid inevitability, right? Same sound, okay? So this is B and this is also B, okay? And this is heard, right? Had, haphazard, okay? So let us mark it as C, and here it is C. And mile, style, okay? So let's mark it as D. Again here it is D. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D. Okay, it's clear, right? Okay, A, B, C, D, B, C, D, A. Okay, so this is the rhyme scheme. So you all know, I think you all know to find the rhyme scheme, right? So the first stanza, this is the rhyme scheme, okay? And alliteration. So what is alliteration? So this alliteration occurs when there is a repetition of a sound of beginning of any two words on a line, any 2 or 3 words in the line. So if you want, I can tell you here, okay? Wait, as we can see here. So the first line you can see sprang, then sky. The z sound is here, right? Sprang is the sound. So here the first line and in the 8th line too we can see sprang, sky. This is sound is repeated. So this is alliteration. And so in the line 4 you can see, where is it? Yeah, seeing, scaled, 6. So this is the alliteration in the 4th line, okay? And then we can see in the 6th line, right? Yeah, here you can see. Oh my god. Yeah, here it is. In the 6th line you can see had, haphazard, okay? So it's given, right? So this is okay. So I think now you know the alliteration. So where are the alliterations? So in the 1st and 8th line you can see z sound repeating, spring, sprang, sky. And in the 4th line again seeing, scaled, 6, okay? This is alliteration. And then in the 6th line, right, had, haphazard, okay? Now I think we can move on to the second para. So here also you can see the rhyme scheme, the same rhyme scheme as it is in the second para, sorry, first para, okay? A, B, C, D, B, C, D, A, okay? So the first 2 paragraph, it's a same rhyme scheme, okay? Don't worry. So same rhyme scheme. And then when coming to alliteration, I hope you know alliteration. So the line 3rd, rivers ran, okay? So it's given, okay? R repeated again, okay? So I think you can understand. So if you have any doubt, don't worry, you call me, okay? So in the 3rd, yeah, we can see where the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, C, B, C, D, A. There is a slight change, okay? So have this in your mind, okay? So in the 1st and 2nd para, no problem, it's same. In the 3rd para, it was somewhat different, okay? So this is the rhyme scheme in 3rd paragraph, and no other poetic devices in the 3rd paragraph, okay? So that's it. So anyway, only a few of you submitted your snap. I mean, you wrote it on your note and you have sent me the snapshot. Please don't forget to send me, okay? So I am repeating for, again, this is second class, I am repeating. Again, this is in the second class, I am repeating you. Don't forget to send me the snapshot, okay? So this is a memory poem. Okay, you don't want to memorize fully. Okay, not all the 3 paragraph, but last 2 paragraph. Okay, second para and third paragraph. Okay, you just memorize it. It's very easy poem. Okay, so there are now not many exercises in this poem. Okay, you have to memorize the second and third para of this poem, and write the glossaries. Okay, you find the meanings of the tough word and find it in the dictionary, the meaning of the word, and you write it on your note. But don't forget to write the glossary. Okay, in the book it's given, right? Glossary. Don't forget to write it on your note. Okay. So we shall meet on the next class. Okay. So anyway, thank you students, thank you so much. We shall meet on next class. Okay, bye.